What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, episode number 3. And we're coming off a very heavy information episode.
Word.
We got a flashback, we got a lot of information on Laurent, and... Did I say that right? Did I say it right? Laurent.
You're doing your best here.
I think the biggest tell and the most obvious reason why this kid is so important is we saw and found out who his mom was. We saw his mom turn into a walker, and then he was pulled out of her and essentially was born by Walker.
It was a Twilight situation.
So it brings up the big question, is this kid going to be some kind of savior? Like literally a savior. Yeah. That's what he's being viewed as. That's what like his mission and goal is. Is this kid going to have some kind of cure in him? Is he going to be immune to, if he gets bit, is he immune to this system? Because, I mean, we have seen this in something else, not going to say what, but just in case for spoilers purposes. It really brings an interesting question into play here because this kid has been held up to a certain expectation, and it feels like that's where we're going with this. Mm-hmm. They're going to be able to probably pull his blood and be like, oh my god, this kid is immune. He's not going to turn ever and find something. And
that would be nuts.
Maybe turn the world back into what it was somehow, some way.
That would be really, really nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I've always wondered what this world was going to end with, because it's going to end at some point. Whether like all these shows like come to one singular timeline, it's going to end somewhere. And I always wondered if they were just going to end with the world just basically staying in the apocalypse and ending and no human life ever survives or thrives, or if they do somehow find a cure to prevent anyone else turning and they just find a way to eliminate all the walkers. I've always been curious about that.
I feel like, please don't make another spin-off.
Well, I mean, there's...
But it just feels like something that they would, like, bring back The Walking Dead for. Oh, we have a cure. Look, we're going to bring back The Walking Dead.
So...
And inject and, everybody's going to be saved. Please.
My thought process is between Fear ending, and then you've got the Daryl show, which is presumably going to be more than one season. We'll see. The Negan and Maggie show, which is going to be more than one season. And then we got the Rick and Michonne show. There's a lot of stuff to still tie in. And I feel like they're going to find a way to bring them all onto one singular road. And then that's how we wrap up the Walking Dead universe. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, that twist and that information about Laurent was obviously a very big deal. And yeah, I feel like that's the biggest story here. Because obviously Daryl is there with him, and we had an episode where some stuff went down, but we also got a lot of backstory on Isabelle and the reason why she stayed and became a nun and why she views him as such an important kid. She's the aunt.
I get it.
That was her sister who died. So it makes sense that she would make that shift because she was a big-time party girl and she was robbing folks. She was like a pickpocket master. And I would imagine that could come in pretty handy in the apocalypse, even if you are a nun. So, yeah, getting backstory with her, finding out about her. We obviously have this dude tracking them who's going to want some revenge because they killed his brother.
Yep.
So that whole thing, that whole situation's there. It feels like he's going to be a threat. And then the woman on the boat who wants to find Dixon, because that's all they have is a name. And she was very upset that one person could put a halt to everything that they've been working on. So, yeah, I mean, this show has introduced some pretty cool things.
Yep.
I love the environment. I love being in a different country. I think that just makes it feel fresh.
That's how I feel, yeah.
Obviously, some silly Walking Dead stuff that happens. It's The Walking Dead. You gotta suspend some disbelief.
Yeah, definitely that.
I mean, 100%. And just the introduction of a new walker was really cool with the burners.
Those are pretty neat. I like that addition.
A lot of threats, a lot of stuff going on, and we have a mission. We got to get this kid to a certain place. It was sad watching him hang out with the Lost Boys situation where we met that group of kids. They ended up losing essentially their guardian, their teacher. And I think those kids will be just fine because they're very resilient. They did a good job surviving and living while she was not doing well. And it just sucked for him as a child interacting with other children. It felt like for the first time really ever.
Yeah,
and then
and
being like, I
want
to stay.
Yeah, how come I have to leave them now?
Because clearly you got bigger mission, bigger goals, and we'll see where this journey takes us. Ready for episode 3?
Yes.
Let's go. It's a great looking shot.
Oh my god, I love it. It's so pretty.
Like just being out and about and roaming around gives you so many just beautiful scenery shots.
I love the buildings, even like the way the vines climb up the buildings.
Do you think we'll see a situation where Laurent gets bitten and doesn't turn?
I would find that very interesting.
I mean, that's the only real way to find out if he's immune, right?
Correct.
Cue the birds.
So.
Sure this is the place?
Contact here as a musician. He's been living in this theater for years.
Y'a quelqu'un? Ami? Vous respirez?
Hold up. Ask him about the radio.
I speak. Sky blue, grass green. Where is Brian? He's in the kitchen.
What?
Truth, hope, radio.
Are these code words?
Please, come.
Even Daryl's like, I don't know.
Now, we hear music.
You fired up? Get it going?
Going?
Yeah.
Oh no. Do you like a show?
I'm sorry?
What the fuck?
I use some parts for...
Love the F-bombs. I would be F-bombing all over the place during the apocalypse.
Do you like Ravel?
The hell is he talking about?
I feel like he's another person who's kind of lost their sense of reality.
Yeah, I mean, this is a parallel to Negan and...
Oh, from the other show?
Yeah. With the whole theater situation.
I'd be like, I don't have time for this.
It's the Muppets! Dude, it's Chuck E. Cheese Zombie Edition.
This is like princess shit to like a whole nother level. Because she had stage...
Oh no, but they're alive.
They're alive walkers. Yes, that's why it's to the next level.
Oh my.
Alright, so I was being nice when I described my first impression of this dude. He is straight cuckoo town. This dude is crazy. Oh my god.
Thank you so much. I have to go now. But thank you so much. If this isn't at a horror night scary theme park, I don't want to go.
Right?
I need to see a zombie band. I mean, it gives a whole new zombie. Oh. Oh, R.I.P.
That's wild.
Look at the one in the back.
With the guts.
Oh my god, with the intestines.
Blood-eagled.
This is wild shit.
I think it just solidifies the idea that nobody should be alone during the apocalypse. Oh,
what is happening
the
here?
Fuck? Were they like handcuffed to...
Oh,
They were
yeah.
shackled.
Okay, but if she shoots the gun, is that going to make the horse run?
Did it your way. Now we're gonna do it mine.
No, don't shoot.
Oh.
We're going to Paris.
Yeah, he just attracted every walker in the area now. Yes, it doesn't matter because he got a ride. I mean, Homeboy could recruit some of them for the band.
We're holding an open audition.
Holy shit. I mean, this universe never ceases to amaze with some of the stuff that they've shown us.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, like, Princess had dead walkers set up. This homeboy had a full orchestra set up to play music with active walkers. Like, that's just
time and dedication right there.
Like, how do you set that up without...
I don't know. Getting bit.
Seems like a lot of risk. Wow. See, like, look at that shot. That's an incredible shot.
Welcome home.
People are strange in French. I love it. Love, like, the green moss on the graves and things.
What is it?
Jim Morrison.
Oh,
Ah,
what?
there we go. Speaking of,
He was an American rock star. He was in a band called The Doors.
there you go.
He died in Paris.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Hey, look, it's a record.
Not to fret, Monsieur Daryl. You will not die in Paris.
God,
Oh.
let's not.
Thanks, kid. That sounds like a scary foreshadow that Daryl is going to die in Paris.
I had no idea that Jim Morrison was buried in Paris.
Vous êtes qui?
C'est le père Jean qui nous envoie.
En français.
C'est notre ami. Il nous a aidés à venir jusqu'ici.
My name is Fallou. We've been waiting a long time to meet you, young man.
I always really appreciate the folks in these shows that have the perfectly lined up beards.
Honestly, crisp.
They take their hygiene very seriously. Gotta stay lined up. My facial hair would be a wreck into the apocalypse.
Home sweet home. We take turns at the daily tasks.
Wow.
We welcomed our 64th member a few months ago. A baby girl was born. The dining room, here's the kitchen.
Please don't let anything bad happen to these people. This seems really nice. Look at all the little ones.
That looks like legitimate food. Didn't look like body parts. So we're good there.
No terminus.
It's a nice little community they got here. And you got a gorgeous view. Look at that.
Looks like he got the tip knocked off him.
The military helicopter crashed into it at the beginning.
Yikes.
And the winds blow, the metal roars.
It must be magical to stand under it and look up at the sky.
How about that radio?
Et voilà.
I mean, you know how I feel about meeting new people.
I know.
If you don't, I don't trust nobody.
Homing pigeons, they always find their way, comment on dit, their way home.
That's not a radio.
Pigeons, really? They train him at nest, and then they send him here. Only him, he knows where he goes.
What? They use pigeons for... Wow. It's like a constant
until that thing comes up.
letdown every time for Daryl. He's just
I
like,
know.
fucking pigeons.
Few days, sometimes bad weather, un mois peut-être, hein?
Could be a month.
The fuck?
Well, then this will take you the rest of the way.
For the last part of the trip, yes.
And my job's done. Dad ain't gonna work at all.
There are people trading all kinds of things here. I can take you to them. We'll need currency. Even information is a commodity.
Daryl's like, this ain't what I agreed to.
Sonia, her husband died a few days ago. She refuses any food or comfort. No one's been able to console her.
Stop it right now.
Père Jean was right. Come, you must be hungry.
Kid's magical. He was able to sense something and felt the need to go see her.
Is that a walker
The
chain? What is?
Qui, toi?
Stéphane Codron.
Qu'est-ce qui t'amène ici, Codron?
Et il y a quelques années, il y a un voyageur qui est venu et il nous a parlé du mouvement à Paris, que ça pouvait redresser le pays. Il m'a fait ce tatouage et il m'a dit que voilà, maintenant,
Et je devrais te remercier.
vous me remercierez plus tard, quand j'aurai obtenu ce que vous recherchez.
On m'a dit ça en effet, oui. L'Américain. Mais bon, il a dû se noyer maintenant, non?
definitely not.
My name's Daryl Dixon. Come from a place called the Commonwealth. If I don't make it back.
Je le retrouverai. Et je vous convaincrai de mon utilité ici, à la maison mère.
Mais pourquoi je devrais te faire confiance?
Parce que je lâcherai rien. Je lâcherai rien.
Ok.
Quand ils sont morts, j'ai promis à mes parents que je m'occuperai de mon frère. Cet Américain, il m'a empêché de tenir parole.
Yeah, what is happening here?
I don't.
Progresse?
This is the test subject that they referred to. Oh, what? Is that a walker in a fucking tube? His walker head?
Yeah.
Continuez.
What are they trying to create, like super walkers? That fool was able to rip the friggin' chains out of the wall, but then
It's
the
like
head exploded.
Super serum for fucking walkers.
On page 23.
His name was Quinn. I was young and very stupid.
He upgraded with God, I mean. Is that your sister?
Yeah, that's Lily. On her 16th birthday. We had dinner at the Jules Verne restaurant. Laurent's never seen her face.
Quinn's the dude in the flashback, right?
Yes.
We're here so I can keep my part of the bargain. Find something to trade against information on a boat.
Damn.
Drugs and jewelry.
Wasn't always a nun.
Yeah, I can see that.
Really pretty.
Like in a really horrifying kind of way. Oh, what?
The little one that was in the flashback of when they were leaving. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Ugh. Oh, dear.
Just like the Negan show.
Yeah, Dead City.
Walkers falling from the sky.
That is so awesome, also disgusting. And
oh,
also,
burners.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much.
They just got up like it was nothing. Oh, that's smart. Look at Daryl using that big brain.
That's nasty. Oh, that's so nasty.
How sad. Do walkers, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but they don't usually bounce up like that, right? They usually kind of crawl for a while.
Burners, I don't know.
The burners are different. Like, they just got like, oh, nothing happened, no big deal.
J'ai quelque chose pour toi. C'est elle.
That's cool.
That is cool. Oh, what are these called? Catacombs?
Where are we?
The catacombs. Among the remains of the 6 million who died in La Peste Noire.
Wow.
Also
The Black
awful.
Death.
The Black Death. Oh, God.
How horrifying would that be?
Sorry, excited I got the name wrong. Right. This looks awful.
But here, we survived many apocalypses.
Is this real?
We will survive this one too.
Is this a real thing? Are skulls and bones just like stacked up? Is that like real? Obviously I've never been. Oh my. Quite the entertainment in here.
What the fuck?
Dude, her outfit is awesome. Everybody's dressed so well.
The flame of La Vie de Bohème still burns in the demi-monde.
You got someone in here that can help me get home?
People find all sort of things here.
I think I would have a hard time like partying in the apocalypse. I don't know. You probably want to try to distract yourself from the world that you're currently in.
C'est l'heure des cœurs brisés, mes chéris. Alors sans plus attendre, accueillons sur la scène du demi-monde Mademoiselle Anna.
I mean, you do what you gotta do, right? To distract yourself from the horrors of your reality.
Yeah, but how did they find the makeup and everything to put on?
I mean, that goes along with a lot of things that I question in this world. I just don't see how certain things would hold up all these years into apocalypse. But you find ways to do it. Gotta be resourceful, I guess.
I would like the reenactment of Moulin Rouge, please. Thank you so much.
Go to America. Yeah, that's the plan.
Il est arrivé par la mer, donc il doit bien y avoir des bateaux qui circulent.
Montrez-nous un peu ce que vous avez dans le sac.
Il y en a qui savent faire la fête ici. Oh. Hold first. Je vais pouvoir te trouver quelqu'un qui va t'aider.
Says he knows people who can help you.
Thank you. I was waiting for subtitles.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, dis à ton gars de se calmer s'il veut pas rentrer à la nave. Ça va, toi. Tu restes tranquille.
Okay.
The problem here?
Uh-oh.
You know the rules, Bernard. No mistake. No weapons allowed in there.
Oh, shit.
Hi, Izzy. It's been a minute.
When you ditched me,
Yeah, when you stole my car.
is he gonna have hard feelings?
I would.
Hello, lad. Is it yours?
It's Laurent. It's Lily's boy.
Lily's boy. You got your mother's eyes.
I have bad feeling. Very, very bad feeling.
You alright?
We've made a deal. Done your part, I'll do mine.
I mean, it feels like he's doing well for himself in the world, so maybe he doesn't have hard feelings.
So how have you been?
What's the relationship?
I don't know.
I became a nun.
You serious? And Lily, she a nun too?
No, Lily died, having the baby.
Sorry to hear that. You still should have told me.
Is that Laurent's dad?
That my sister died.
And I had a son.
Yeah. Fucking called it. He was acting way too weird.
What are you talking about?
Oh, she didn't.
You shouldn't keep that from a man. I don't care the circumstance. A boy should know his dad, shouldn't he?
You should never said.
It was a mistake.
You killed her.
And I saved you. Who was it found you? Bleeding in the bathtub. Picked you up, carried you to the hospital, nursed you back to health. That was me.
I don't want to
wasn't
talk about this. I am here
Isabelle.
to help my friend.
Well, now you know the terms.
No. Not with this
All right,
asshole.
Daryl, I can do this.
No. Fuck him.
It's okay.
I don't need a boat this bad.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I never got a vibe of what, like, were they together? Because he showed up on the spot to save her after the breakout.
Yeah.
But she insisted to go pick up his sister. So it was like, was he with Isabelle and then, like, slept with her sister?
I don't know.
I'm trying to help you keep your promise. That's all you care about, isn't it? I asked for your help because I needed it. I don't need a hero. I never did.
Wow. Daryl just...
I know, I love the...
That's so Daryl. This shit just keeps getting more complicated. And it's like, under certain circumstances, I probably would be all about, like, hey, yo, dude, this is your dad. I don't know if I would under these circumstances. I don't know what Homeboy's deal is. Like, he's obviously got this place thriving and doing well, but, like, what does he have going on behind the scenes?
Yes, well, there's always something behind the scenes.
Always. Like, what is... Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, great. It's fantastic.
That was easy. Dude just walks in with fucking AKs.
We're looking for an American. We understand he has been here.
How would you find that out?
His name is Daryl Dixon.
Is that where you're gonna...
Oh,
I was like, what?
I thought that was the end of the episode.
Like, how would he find out that Daryl was there?
I don't know. Somebody's been an informant.
You don't need me here anymore. You got all these people looking after you. You're gonna be fine.
He'll be sad to see you go.
Make something up. You're really good at that.
Burn.
I never told him about his birth because everything about it was horrible. The way she died, the way he was born.
What are you gonna tell him about Quinn? Because you need to stop lying to him.
You literally just said make something up.
I think he was being snarky.
I know.
Right? He's a gift from God, right? Maybe there's something you need to believe because the world's so fucked up. Or maybe he's just a regular kid. A regular kid that got lucky and lived.
Tell him the truth.
Maybe that's your miracle.
Tell him how he survived and what happened.
Déteste tous les deux.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Why you had to trash the place? It was... This is what I'm talking about. Ew. Ew. Are you gonna jump the... Okay, here we go. Oh, God.
That didn't look like a too big of a jump. All good.
I hope you fall in.
Oh.
Ah, God dang. Rear naked choke! Rear naked choke! He's not even doing it right.
I mean...
He's doing a choke from the back, but it's not good.
Good enough sometimes. Is all that matters. Oh, what? Oh, shit!
Oh, God.
That's where it ends! That's even worse than the other place I thought it was gonna end. Holy shit, dude.
That was not fair.
Oh, man. Where did Daryl fall?
Through the roof of a building.
Like, I've always...
Wasn't it Bob that fell through the roof of a building in the wine store?
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah.
That goes... My brain doesn't go back that far.
Just falling through a roof of a liquor store.
The thing I always wonder, I've obviously never been in a situation like that, when you feel the ground beneath you breaking, whether you're like on ice or glass or...
I would
like,
jump...
Or do you just think in your brain, you're like, fuck, like there's nowhere to go, and you just brace for the fall?
Maybe that.
Because that's kind of what Daryl looked like. He was just like, oh shit, like, oops. The way this story is unraveling, I think it's pretty interesting. And I mean, didn't think we'd see Quinn again. Maybe we should have expected to see Quinn again, but in the apocalypse,
because why else would they show him in a flashback unless we were going to see him again?
Right, especially she stole his keys, took the car, bounced out like that the way that they did. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's the flashback showed more than just her backstory, and I mean, that's Laurent's dad, which, again, it brings up the question of like what these relationships were.
Do we believe that was his dad, though?
I don't know why.
Do we have a reason to not believe that?
As of now, I would say no.
Okay.
The way Isabelle responded to that and like kind of reacted, I feel like it's legitimate. But it's that's the relationship I'm curious about. Like, was he and Isabelle together? Because obviously he was there to save her during the outbreak, and like he came in with the car and got her out, and he was kind of hesitant to want to go back. Or was he not? He was willing to go back to get her sister.
I have a feeling he did something with her she didn't want to do, and he wanted to do.
You think it's like that?
I feel like it was a...
See, I'm getting boyfriend cheated with the sister vibes. That's the vibes I'm getting.
I'm hoping that that's just what it is and that it's not something more sinister, but...
I mean, we don't know him that well yet, but...
we don't know him at all, basically.
We didn't get great vibes from him this episode, that's for sure. I mean, his club was super cool. I still don't... Like, it's hard for me to and I think this has just been burned into my brain of all these years of The Walking Dead. With everything that we've experienced through the main show and even the other shows that we've seen parts of, my brain finds it hard to fathom that there'd be a nightclub.
With live music.
With live music, people like fully decked out, awesome wardrobes and costumes and makeup and just full blown. That stuff is just. It's just. I don't necessarily believe that it wouldn't be possible. I just couldn't fathom the idea of, hey, I'm gonna go party. I don't know. That's just my brain. Like if I'm 10, 20 years. I don't remember. Like, we're really deep into this apocalypse. I think it's like 10 plus years at this point. I just don't know if I'd have a lot of energy and desire to go party. And like the couple, like she brought that Coke in and the guys are like, oh yeah, cool. Like, I don't want to be on Coke when there's fucking walkers around. Like, I don't want to be on any drugs or alcohol
but also,
when there's potential walkers around.
You know, sometimes you need to escape.
I mean, I guess.
Reality.
But I mean, that's absolutely what they're doing with the club, is escaping their reality. But it's just, I don't know. I always find it, and maybe that's just the party pooper in me, but it's just one of those things. I mean, I liked to party back in the day. I just don't know, with all that we've seen in the Walking Dead universe, with everything that Daryl and company and just Rick and company have gone through, I mean, we did see, like, the fair before. Yeah. Like, we've seen certain environments have, like, moments of fun. The nightclub thing just feels... I mean, if you've got kids around, you want to try to distract them with, like, wrestling matches and carnival stuff.
I get it.
I don't know. It's just... My brain goes to a place where it's like, nightclub? Really?
I don't know about
interesting
children being allowed in there, but whatever.
Not that... I'm talking about, like, in the other show. Like, yeah.
I was like, even Laurent shouldn't be in there.
No, but, like, I'm talking about in the other communities in The Walking Dead where they've made an effort to, like, distract, especially the young, from what was happening.
Kid friendly.
But, yeah, I mean, this is wild. Like, Daryl is clearly losing his patience.
Nobody has a radio.
Right, and, like,
he shows... Muppet show with zombies.
Yeah, he shows up and, like, oh, your radio is pigeons. Yeah. We're going to use pigeons. Like, it take up to a month. He's like, I ain't got time for this shit. I got to go. I'm like, what is this, friggin' John Wick? Using friggin' pigeons to communicate? Like, I thought that it... But at the same time, it's like, where's he gonna go? I don't see leaving Isabelle being smart. I mean, obviously he now is gonna be lost and separated from them. Did Laurent hear them talking? Is that why he came out and was like... Or did someone tell him something? Did his father go tell him the news?
I don't think so.
And he came up and was like, I hate you guys. Or did he just hear them talking and arguing?
He just heard them talking.
Yeah. My first thought was like, oh, Quinn got a moment with him and told him the truth and got him angry.
I don't think they... Yeah.
That's just where my brain went.
Yeah.
But again, the show continues to present a pretty interesting story. I love the scenery. The scenery and the visuals have been really, really cool.
Yes, I do love... I love the outside of this. I mean, even the insides of these, like, rooms and things are just awesome.
Like, going through her apartment.
Yeah.
Just the way it was just... The way it had it staged and set up and just completely destroyed, I thought it looked really cool. And the idea of the Eiffel Tower having a helicopter hit the tip off...
Makes
it's
sense.
Like, that thought is just like, holy shit. And then he's describing the sounds when the wind is blowing.
It's
like,
be wild.
The metal is roaring. That would be pretty horrifying. Because if you really think about it, it'd probably be total silence. Because there's no vehicles, there's no machinery working, except for, like, the small stuff that people are using in pockets.
But, like, the wind, the sounds of, I mean, that would be nuts.
Yeah, and it would just, you wouldn't have the normal day-to-day, like, Paris has a lot of foot traffic. It would be a lot of noise. But in this world, under these circumstances, it's probably quiet. You probably only hear just walkers kind of grumbling. But yeah, like, that would be horrifying. I think that would be, like, again, the visuals and just the idea of the world in Paris. It just, you said it's beautiful.
It is.
But it's, like, beautiful in, like, the scariest way possible.
A beautiful disaster.
Yeah, and I love the small touches. You mentioned, like, the moss on, like, the tombstones. Like, that's a nice touch.
Dude, and Jim Morrison.
That was pretty cool.
That was cool.
That was cool.
And the catacombs.
Yeah, that shit, like, you asked if that shit's real. I
think it is.
That's pretty scary stuff.
Yeah.
Just, like, skulls just in the cement.
Just stacked,
just in the walls.
Everything is stacked on top of each other. It just...
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see it, not, though. You know what I mean? Like, there's that interest there of, like, oh my god, that would be, like, so fascinating to see, but also horrifying.
Yeah. That would be... It's definitely a scary environment, for sure. Just the thought process. It just takes me back to, like, Game of Thrones type of stuff. But, yeah, I mean, the story... Like, I feel like the overall story of the show is kind of slow-ish. Because I feel like they're just... And I feel like it's intentional. But they're dragging Daryl along. Because they have their own mission that they need to take care of. While they're trying to do Daryl his favor at the same time.
Side quests.
But it's just, he's clearly losing his patience. He doesn't want to be... Like, he doesn't want to be in a nightclub. He doesn't want to have pigeons be used as radio. He's told radio. He wants to get on a fucking radio and talk to somebody. And the whole Quinn situation, he's like, I don't need a boat that bad if you're going to give up information But Daryl also keeps kind of pressuring Isabelle to be like, tell Laurent the truth.
Yeah.
So that's one of those truths where I don't know if that will serve positive.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have negative
is it
ramifications.
Good? Yeah, is it good in the long run or bad? I don't know.
And just the complication of clearly the relationship and the story of how he was conceived. I don't think the kid needs to worry about that. I don't think he needs to have that drama.
Or born.
I mean, conceived, because we don't know the relationships of the three of them.
Right.
But then the way he was born, obviously, is... I wish he would have told Daryl, like, look, his mom turned into a walker before he was born. So this kid isn't just a regular kid. He is special. He might have something in him that is legitimately going to help people potentially, not just this religious, spiritual thing that we're just trying to pitch.
Right.
Like, he might actually have something, and we need to find out kind of thing. And I'm kind of... Like, Daryl's kind of right, though, because Isabelle doesn't necessarily reveal a ton of information. She holds some stuff back and doesn't tell the truth all the time.
That's true. I mean, she had a box of Coke and pills and...
Yeah. Definitely throughout the line, like, I was something else before I was a nun. Like, yeah, obviously we know. So, Daryl learning. So, I thought it was another good episode. We only got, like, a handful left. We're halfway through at this point because there's 6, I believe, and this was episode 3.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, this group, I don't know how Homeboy found Daryl. Someone had to have seen Daryl and was, like, relaying information out.
Yes, they have to
using their pigeons.
Or
did someone find the pigeon?
Or did he meet up with those kids?
Oh, I mean...
better not have hurt those kids.
Those kids wouldn't have known about this location.
No, but, like, he went that way.
What if they saw the pigeon flying and they just... caught the pigeon?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
They intercepted the radio communication. Yeah, so I don't know. But this show's fun. I love the walkers. I love that they incorporated from the Negan and Maggie show the walkers falling out of the sky. Mm-hmm. But these motherfuckers got back up and decided to try to spit on them. So fuck those burners, dude.
They're wild.
I mean, Daryl used it to his advantage, which was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was.
So, yeah. I mean, the show's good. It's fun. It's interesting. Being in a different country is... I think it brings a lot to the overall story.
Yeah, scenery is the best.
Yeah, so, yeah. You guys share all your thoughts. We'll see you later for the next one. Have a good one. Bye.